Franklin, and we're here at the Popcorn Fest. I'm Alyssa Batesole.
And I'm Timothy Klimek, and the crowds are super excited. It's a beautiful day for the festival. The festival is something that everyone looks forward to each year. We have some great floats coming. What are you most excited to see today in the parade?
Honestly, I'm most excited for the Chick-fil-A float because I really like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it is a pretty good float, and they are usually pretty creative about it. I'm most excited to see the Penguin Project float. It's basically a organization that allows people with different abilities to do theater, so it's a really cool organization, and I'm excited to see what they do. The crowds are excited once again, and we are going to be covering this throughout the parade, and we are going to be your host for today, and so we'll be back later. See you later.
Are you passionate about storytelling, community, and making a difference? Great News Live, Northwest Indiana's #1 source for good news, is now hiring. From local sports and businesses to
Louder.
What have you been doing?
Looking for a new internet provider.
You should get Surf. They're really good. No contracts or hidden fees, and price lock for life.
Okay, I'm in.
Get Surf Fiber Fast Internet today for just $30 a month with AutoPay. Visit surfinternet.com.
Hello and welcome back. As a reminder, we are live from Ben Franklin Middle School at the Popcorn Parade, and I'm Timothy Klimek.
And I'm Alyssa Batesole.
And later the parade will be starting, and so we're going to give you guys a little preview of the parade, and so to give you guys a look into something exciting to come up later. We have some animal shelters, I see. We have a lot of like politicians and dance academies.
We have a lot of restaurants. We have a lot of great floats here. And
We also have a lot of schools, like we have a lot of Valpo school systems with the bands, the choirs. We also have
Couts and Wheeler here.
So there's a good variety of schools at the Valparaiso Popcorn Fest.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. The crowds are starting to get more excited as people roll in, and people are actually starting to line up here to get ready for the parade. The parade should be starting very soon, and I am super excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited too. There's lots of people. There's more than I've expected because I've never been to the Popcorn Fest, but it looks like a great environment to be in.
It for sure is. It's one of the most popular events here in Valparaiso for the year. Everyone looks forward to it. Even if you're not from Valparaiso, we have people coming in from out of town just for the festival. It's a really fun day, and throughout the day, PC3 will also be filming different footage for you guys to give you guys a look at what is coming up at the parade for the at the festival for those who are not here to give a good look. And so we're going to be here throughout the whole day, so catch us, and we'll be back later.
Mom, it's happening again. The internet froze. It's just buffering over and over.
Sounds like we need faster internet.
Back to school starts with better internet. Get Surf Fiber Fast Internet today for just $30 a month with AutoPay. Visit surfinternet.com.
welcome back. We are live again from Ben Franklin Middle School for the Popcorn Parade.
Yes, I'm super excited. The crowd is super good today, and we're going to be getting a bunch of different shots for you guys. And I'm super excited for the Vicats. I'm super excited for the Chick-fil-A, the bands, the choir.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good parade, and if you guys continue to watch our shows throughout the week, you'll see more coverage that we take throughout the day at the festival, where there are some amazing vendors where you guys can see. So make sure to catch us at the festival, and make sure to catch us walking around and all the footage so that you can see it on Morning Bite in the upcoming weeks. It's going to be a great show. It's a beautiful day here at the festival. It's a little chilly with the wind. However, the sun is shining and it is bright. I'm super excited to see all of the music groups and the food groups also. There's a lot of restaurants coming through the festival and parade.
Yeah, Morning Bite is definitely a good show that you guys can listen to on the radio and watch on YouTube, and yeah.
And so throughout the parade, you're going to see a bunch of different shots with the crowd, so that it can also make it seem like you guys are here listening to us. And it's going to be a beautiful day. We have a bunch of coverage for you throughout the day, so make sure to catch us at the Popcorn Festival, because it is a beautiful day, and it's an amazing day for people in Valpo. So make sure to keep tuning in so that you don't miss anything that we cover. And it's going to be a beautiful day, so make sure to stick with us, and we'll be back later.
Yeah. Hi, we're back in front of Ben Franklin, and as the crowd keeps rolling in and piling in, people have been filling up the side of the streets.
And yeah, there's a bunch of kids playing, getting super excited to catch whatever the floats throw out, including candy, frisbees, bouncy balls, etc. And we'll get some to show on the air later. And speaking of being on the air, if you'd like to see some of the footage that we shoot throughout the day, make sure to stay tuned to the Morning Bite daily, sponsored by Pella Donuts. And it is a beautiful day here at the Popcorn Fest. There's people getting ready, super excited for the parade, kids chattering, running around, super excited to see all the amazing floats.
Yeah, lots of smiles on a bunch of people's faces. I see everyone smiling and walking in, super excited for the parade.
I mean, it's definitely a joy to be at and to watch as a citizen of Valpo, or any town for that matter, who come here to enjoy this beautiful day. And it's great that it's an amazing day, because I remember last year it was raining for half of the day, which made it kind of rough to walk around in.
Yeah, that's
but with
good.
it being a beautiful day, it's awesome to walk around, see all the amazing booths, get some amazing coverage for PC3.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to walk around to all the booths later and all the vendors, and just to see what the Popcorn Fest is all about. It's really cool.
Oh, for sure, and there's definitely some amazing floats that you guys can look forward to, including the National Guard, some animal shelters, a lot of well-known restaurants like you keep mentioning, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, the Sea Cadets, Family Express.
And a lot of schools, too, are coming out. Even the schools that aren't from around the area, Couts, Wheeler, a lot of them are coming here to have the bands play during the parade and just show off the talent of each of the students.
Yeah, even like the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts are going to be here, so all variety of different people and different groups are gonna be here throughout the parade and throughout the festival.
So no matter what you into, whether it's sports, music, restaurants, whatever it is, there's definitely going to be a float for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing day to celebrate with everyone. And it's going to be amazing. So make sure to stay tuned because we have some amazing coverage for you coming in throughout the day. And so we'll be back momentarily. Yeah.
All right, next time we come back, we're going to be live the whole time. Okay, so be ready.
Okay, what are we gonna talk about?
Philip, I would feel like maybe 3 minutes here. You have to go back and roll over. Okay, that's fine. To give them a break so they can get ready for the full parade.
It's 10:20.
Yeah, so the parade should
Mom,
be nice.
it's happening again. The internet froze. It's just buffering over and over.
Sounds like we need faster internet.
Back to school starts with better internet. Get Surf Fiber Fast Internet today for just $30 a month with AutoPay. Visit surfinternet.com.
Hi, as we're sitting here, it's definitely a bit chilly, but this morning there was a 5K, so yeah.
And so it's definitely super exciting because the parade is super close to us. We're at the far end of Ben Franklin Middle School
Yeah, we can
reporting
hear it.
footage, and we can actually hear the start of the parade, which would be the Valparaiso Police Department, as they normally start the parades. And the crowds are starting to get super excited for sure. The kids are super excited to catch some candy and catch whatever trinkets that floats throughout. Some people, mostly receive frisbees, bouncy balls, and most of all candy. That's what the kids are most excited for.
I'm excited for it too. Yeah, the kids are lining up with their bags, super antsy to get that candy and toys.
And all the kids who were playing are already starting to line up most of all because, as we mentioned earlier, you can actually start hearing the sirens now which would mean the parade is about to start, and
Yeah.
all the emotion of excitement. Super excited, and it's a beautiful day here in Valparaiso, Indiana, for the popcorn parade. And the sun is shining here at Ben Franklin Middle School, where the crowd is super excited to catch the parade, and it's going to be amazing. There are also helicopters flying
Yeah.
around,
They've been flying around for quite some while now.
and it's super exciting too. It's just adding to the excitement of the parade and
The
festival.
whole experience, really.
And as we mentioned earlier, there was a 5K, the popcorn panic, I think they call it
I
nowadays.
think so.
And that started at 6 a.m., so that was a little crazy.
Wow.
And along with the popcorn panic, there was a little Colonel Puff race where little kids could run
I didn't know
a
about
couple
that.
sidewalk, a little distance, and it was super cute.
That is really cute.
And as the sirens actually get closer, you can see kids jumping around, spinning around, super excited to catch whatever is thrown out from the floats.
Yeah, they're dancing, jumping around, super antsy and super excited for that. And then when the
And it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be super exciting when the floats come by, and even though some kids may only want the candy, they're still going to enjoy whatever floats come by because all the floats are super creative.
Yeah, they are super creative. There's a lot, I'm really excited to see how they're decorated because the parades by my house, they're kind of boring, so I really hope this steps it up a notch.
And I think everyone looks forward to the creativity of the floats this year. I know the theme of the Popcorn Fest this year is superheroes.
Oh, really?
And so,
Okay.
yeah, so a lot of floats are actually themed, superhero themed.
Okay.
I work for Chick-fil-A, and so I know that they're doing a lot of superhero themes. So I'm super excited to see all the floats designs of superheroes.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see how people are dressed up, and I'm really excited to see all the floats and all the cars.
And so
everything.
starting off our parade is the Valparaiso Police Department, and we have a motorcycle rolling in with sirens and the colors, and all the kids are jumping and clapping, super excited. And so as the Valparaiso Police Department gets closer, it is led by Chief Andrew and the Assistant Chief Mark Lamont and the captains Melanie Sheets and Brian McDonald and Joe Hall. The community members of the VPD are committed to bringing a responsive community with the delivery of quality service and the profession by continuously seeking excellence. They strive to provide a safe and secure environment for all. And as we can see, all these motorcycles, people are super excited, clapping, waving, and it is super exciting for sure. And we can see a lot of people, the motorcycles are continuously driving in circles, getting the crowd rallied up and all the excitement. And as the officers continue, we can see more officers coming down with the sirens. And now we can actually see the parole cars coming down the street, flashing their sirens. And it is super exciting. I know seeing these come down the street mean that the parade is about to begin and all the excitement is about to rally up.
Yeah. We can see now there is the Porter County Sheriff's Department. The Porter County Sheriff's Department is led by Sheriff Jeff Ballon and is proud to serve and protect their community. The office has over 170 employees to patrol the county roads, maintain the security of the jail, protect the courts, and serve all court paperwork. They are
So it's super exciting. I mean, it is awesome to see the different types of patrol cars with the sirens and everything, because there's even some golf carts, which are pretty cool. I've never seen sheriff golf carts before, so that's pretty cool. And some of them are starting to pass out candy. Some of them have dogs, which are pretty cute.
that's pretty cute.
I love when floats use animals to get crowd engagement. And
Yeah.
here we can actually see the Porter County explosive disposal emergency services,
Yes.
which is super cool.
Yeah, it's cool to see all the cars. Like some are SUVs, some are trucks, some are cars, some just are really cool, and all the flashing lights is really adding to the experience and all of the different elements that go into the parade.
And all the kids are still definitely jumping around, waiting and waving for candy and whatever is handed out here at the parade. We have more sheriff golf carts, and here it looks like we actually have maybe a SWAT car coming up.
Yeah, that's
which looks
really
pretty
cool.
cool.
I don't think I've ever seen one in real life, so that's really cool to see.
And a lot of the kids are starting to clap more and more and waiting for the candy to be passed out. And now we're starting to see more of the sheriff county vans. We have some sheriffs tossing out some candy, and
yeah,
it is
we see some
super
little kids
exciting.
In the car.
And so now, as the sheriffs pass by, we can actually start to see the Valparaiso Fire Department, which was started in 1867. It is a career department made up of dedicated men and women who serve the citizens of Valparaiso and Citizen Township. The department is also responsible for providing advanced life support ambulances as well as ALS fire engines. And so these are pretty cool fire trucks and sirens, and these are super excited. It seems like the kids are more excited for this.
Yeah, we see a bunch of kids jumping around for the spinning lights, all the flashing lights, all the people in the fire trucks. It's super cool to see all what goes down here.
And so as the main fire truck passes by, we see more trucks with flashing lights, and we can actually start to see the tail end of the truck where there are some firefighters passing out some candy, which I hope that we are able to get some candy today.
Yeah, I really hope we do too.
Because that'd be really cool.
Yeah, and as we can see right in front of us, the Northern Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, the Northern Indiana Law Enforcement Academy is a training facility dedicated to preparing law enforcement officers through high-quality professional instruction. The academy serves departments across the Northern Indiana by offering state-certified basic recruit trainings as well as continuing education courses.
For sure, and it is awesome to see another police car as they wrap up their floats, because up next we can see the CN Railroad. Lil Obi is a 6-foot-high scale model of a CN locomotive. Obi is dedicated to promoting rail safety in a fun and engaging way. Obi helps educate communities and reinforces the importance of staying safe around railway tracks and crossings.
Yeah, look, you can see this mini
so
car that's so cool.
We can actually see him, and we can actually hear him for sure with their loud locomotive. But it is super cool looking, and you can actually see some kids walking the parade with puppets. However, this is a super cool float. So far, it is one of the only floats that we've seen that is different, and it's also awesome with all the kids on top waving, and all the excitement is railing up. See what I did there? Railing up with like railway. Yeah. And so as we have a little break, make sure to comment on the stream what floats you guys are looking forward to, because we are super excited for a lot of them actually.
I'm super excited.
Because to give the people who are just joining a little look into what is coming up, we have a lot of restaurants like Chick-fil-A, and then we also have a lot of school systems and their bands.
Bands, choirs, cheerleaders, dancers. We literally have everything here.
There's a float for everyone to make sure it is entertaining and engaging for everyone here at the parade.
As we can see walking up, there's the Porter County Commissioner, Barb Regnitz. Barb Regnitz is one of our 3 Porter County Commissioners. She's excited to be a part of this wonderful Valparaiso event and would like to thank everyone for coming out to the parade today. Barb wants to acknowledge all of the hard work that went into organizing this popcorn festival, and she wishes everyone a fun day, and if you see her, please stop and say hi.
For sure, and you can actually see her riding on this red car right here. She is wearing all yellow and holding an umbrella, and it is an amazing look. There's a bunch of people handing out candy, which again, I hope we get some throughout the day. Now, as we come up, we have Mayor John Costas, and he returned as the mayor in 2023. after serving as mayor from 2003 to 2019, which is a pretty large gap. Some of his advancements include the Central Park Plaza, the Urshel Pavilion, and yeah, it's just a beautiful day here. There's actually a band playing for Mayor Costas, and they're pretty good. They're getting more of the energy.
Yeah, and the Good Neighbor Award car just went by. The award winner, Dr. Paul Summer. My paper away. Dr. Paul Summer is a Valparaiso 2025 Good Neighbor Award winner. Dr. Summer will be one of our only 500 swimmers racing in the first ever Chicago River Swim on September 1st. This race will help raise funds for ASL research and provide at-risk inner-city kids with the life-saving.
Which is pretty cool. I didn't even know they had a Chicago swim race. I knew about the Chicago Marathon, but as the parade continues, we can see Purdue Northwest, which is a student-centered university that transforms life through innovative education, impactful research, and community engagement. Dynamic, hardworking, and innovative community engagement is where Purdue Northwest meets real-world experience, and it's super exciting to see all these students from Purdue walking out at this parade. So thank you, Purdue Northwest, for being so amazing with students. It's an amazing day for the parade.
Yeah, a lot of Indiana people, or obviously Indiana, but a lot of people from our part of the Indiana goes to Purdue.
Yeah, and it's super exciting because you can actually see the next float, which is Terry's Discount Windows.
Terry's Discount Windows and More is a local family business specializing in windows, sliding doors, roofing, and stone. Terry has received national recognition 8 years in a row for gold standard in customer service and workmanship. They have been voted best window, sliding door, and roofing company over 35 times, which is crazy in the region.
For sure. And so actually, if you look outside, it looks like Terry's, it looks like one of the floats, which I think is Terry's. It's Terry's. So they're actually handing out bags of popcorn, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
We don't usually see floats and companies handing out bags of popcorn, because most people hand out candies or frisbees or bouncy balls, which I hope we get some of these throughout the day, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And as a handful of floats just went by, a lot of the kids are still jumping up and down, super excited for more floats to come by and the chance to catch more candy. And I'm super excited to see more of the floats that we have talked about coming by. And some of the floats for the people who just joined that we are super excited for, Chick-fil-A that we've mentioned, and there's some animal shelters coming through I've seen, and some other school systems that we keep bringing up, because it's just super cool to see the other school systems outside of Valparaiso come and join us for this amazing, beautiful day at the popcorn parade.
Yeah, I can actually hear music that a bunch of people are getting up and dancing to. It's some good music.
And I'm pretty sure it's being played by a next float that is actually coming up pretty closely, which is Sentia Bank, and they are actually celebrating 130 years in community banking this year. And they are devoted to serving communities as Indiana's largest private family-owned bank, and this is huge. Sentia was recently ranked #1 best retail bank in customer service by J.D. Power, and then they invite you to join them because they have a pretty big float.
Yeah, that's a pretty big inflatable on the back.
For sure. And so they have flags being waved, people holding up signs, some music being played from the speakers out of the Sensia Bank van. And they have a giant, as you mentioned, a giant float inflatable of an award that was given to them by J.D. Power. And there are a bunch of people celebrating.
Holding up signs.
Celebrating this achievement for them. And the kids are jumping up and down. As we look around, we can see a bunch of kids waving to them, hoping to get some candy. And I know for sure, for me, I'm hoping to get some candy too.
Yeah, and I hope I get a ball to throw at this guy, because...
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, they're still coming.
This is a huge crowd. It seems like everyone from Santia is here today, because the crowd keeps going. I can barely see the start of the crowd of Cynthia, and they are still going. And it looks like the Cynthia is wrapping up their float with a Cynthia golf cut, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's a pretty big crowd celebrating.
Oh my God! And that trolley is theirs too.
Is it? Oh wow! Yes.
Yeah.
The trolley is also for the Cynthia Bank, which is pretty crazy.
And as I can see coming up, the Grand Marshal Kathy and Stuart McMillian's float, and I can't see everything right now, but it looks pretty cool. It looks more like an old school fire truck, and it looks like a military jeep type thing, and
you can see kids, kid waving from the top. They are waving. There's an American flag attached to this old school fire truck that, as soon it looks like, and actually behind this old school fire truck. And this looks like it's the
MAC Foundation Multi-Agency Academic Cooperative that was funded by the McMillan family and named in honor of Clyde Mac McMillan, the founder of Task Force Mission Tips and inventors of the automatic house and nozzle. MAC mission to provide is the faculties necessary to train superheroes, firefighters, EMS, and law enforcement.
And that's pretty cool. And speaking of MAC, there's more floats coming by as we speak, including the Indiana National Guard. And their mission is to develop the most talented soldiers and airmen in the best-led teams to fight and win our nation's wars and serve the Hoosier states when called upon. The Guard states, we live here, we walk here, and serve here. The next greatest generation is now, and we can actually hear some drum being played. People are waving, more kids are jumping. The excitement is ongoing and nonstop for sure. And I think what just passed by is the Sea Cadets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that was the Sea Cadets.
And we can actually see their final truck here, ages 10 to 18, and you can learn more with their information. And so up next is the American Legion Post 94 in a giant truck, and they are composed of military veterans and their families. American Legion members provide services to veterans and the community, state, and nation.
On board the Deuce and a Half are the local and state American Legion, Sons of the Legion, Solitary, and Riders Digigentries.
That's awesome. And so up next, we can actually see a bunch of flags being waved from this upcoming float, which is the Hayes VFW Post 988. And it is a place for combat veterans in the community to gather and help each other deal with the issues of returning home from combat. The post is a welcoming beacon for all veterans, and so we can see them waving, tossing out candy, and waving a bunch of flags around, which is super cool.
Yeah, and back here, I don't know if you can see this, but there's the guys on the little cars that kind of look like a carpet. It kind of looks like they're flying around on a magic carpet. And then back there, you can see motorcycles going around in a circle, showing off their motorcycles.
And they actually, I think the proper term for them is Shriners.
Yeah.
And the way you can tell is because they have the red hats with the strings attached on the back.
Yeah, it's the Oak Shrine of Michigan City. The Oak Shrine supports the Shriners Children's Hospital in Chicago, and the members also provide transportation for the children and their families. In 1922, the construction began on the first Shriners Hospital for the children. Today, the Shriners Hospital system has grown to 22 hospitals in North America. That's kind of crazy because that's huge. That's a lot of hospitals.
For sure. And so as the Shriners drive around in circles, you can actually see some motorcycles have some flags in the back.
Yeah.
And you can see a bunch of kids still jumping and waving. The excitement is ongoing and full for sure, non-stop. And the motorcycles seem to be ongoing for sure as well.
Yeah, they're definitely going for a while. They look really cool. I really like motorcycles. My mom and dad has a motorcycle, so that's pretty cool. They're pretty nice motorcycles too. And
along with the sound of the excitement of the crowd, you can actually hear the motorcycles too rolling around, and it is crazy to see all the motorcycles continuing to go, and all the kids are still super excited. The energy is full. The kids are jumping around, waiting for candy as we.
Yeah, they're definitely jumping around with lots of energy for sure.
And
The
up
motorcycles
next,
are super loud.
and up next along, we can see a fire truck coming along. And along with the fire truck, we can also see the next flow, which would be Family Express, which is Valpo's own, is proudly celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. Founded right here in Valparaiso, Family Express has grown into a nationally recognized convenience store chain known for exceptional customer service and strong community ties year after year. Family Express continuously generously donates and distributes cold water to participants in finish lines, which we saw earlier at the Popcorn Panic 5K that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah. And coming up, I can see this pretty cool tractor-looking thing, and it's the Northern Indiana Historical Power Association. Since 1977, the Northern Indiana Historical Power Association has held a fall harvest festival at Sunset Hill Farm County Park to bring alive the farming practices utilized for over 50 years.
And I've actually visited the farm festival that they do, and it's a pretty cool festival, not as big as here, but coming up after the Northern Indiana Historical Power Association, we can actually see one of the first school floats, which is the VHS varsity cheer team and Vicat dance team. You can see them waving around the pom-poms.
Yeah, I can see the Vicats first, and I think the cheerleaders are after. Actually, the
cheerleaders are first, and it's super cool because you can see all them waving the pom-poms around.
Getting the crowd super hyped up.
So we want to welcome the VHS cheer team coached by Cara Wissing, Kelly Burns, Mimi Wong, and Megan Doyle. The team recently won first place in both the camp cheer division and spirit routine during the UCA camp at Purdue.
Yeah, I can see here the Vicats dance team, under the direction of head coach Shannon, recently traveled to Tennessee, where the team trained with some of the nation's top choreographers at the prestigious Pro Action Dance Camp to reach out to,
And so we also can see the varsity singers and PC3's very own Maximilian Wojciechowski is here. They are singing songs like Crazy Train and Dancing Queen, directed by Aaron Regal. And they are energetic, as well as this band. They are playing some amazing music.
Yeah, it's the VHS band. The Valparaiso High School band program has actually earned a reputation as one of the first finest band programs in the state and of Indiana and the nation. Has earned 10 Indiana State Music Association concert band championships. Students are actively selected to participate at the Indiana Bandmasters Association All-State Band Weekend, All-Region Honored Band, and All-District Honor Band.
For sure. And so they just wrapped up Dancing Queen, which they played very well. And so following the theme of Valparaiso, we can see the Valparaiso Community Schools, and they are dedicated to celebrating and recognizing the hard work, commitment, and contributions of all the students, teachers, and staff. The unwavering support of the community has enabled the schools to promote more importance of education. And so there's a huge crowd. We can actually see some dogs walking, and so it's pretty cool. We can see a lot. This is another one of the bigger crowds. Kids are still super energetic, and it is just a amazing day
Yeah,
here.
there's actually another golf cart right there with the Vikings logo on it, so that's pretty cool.
And I'm pretty sure this is one of the police promoting the DARE program, which is a program that goes around to elementary schools and talks about saying no to drugs and stuff, and they've been doing that for a while. And it is super cool to see that it is still going and that it is still being promoted.
And as I can see coming up is the Valpo Community Schools Orchestra. The VHS Orchestra makes its debut this year with a select group of students from 3 high school orchestras. Music is their superpower, and today they're performing crowd favorites from their classic repertoires, as well as some home fiddling tunes. About 500 VCS students participate in the orchestra from 5th grade to 12th grade is pretty cool.
It's awesome because I've never seen the orchestra participate in the parade, and as the orchestra drives by, we can actually see our next float, which is the Journeyman Distillery, and they are one of the few certified organic distilleries in the United States. From the spaces they restore to the grains they source, every choice reflects a commitment to land. This respect for place, history, and agriculture reflects their identity as a family-owned distillery working to create something lasting for generations to come.
And oh my God, I am so excited right now. I can see the Chick-fil-A cow. I love Chick-fil-A. Serving more than just delicious chicken sandwiches, Chick-fil-A is a proud supporter of families, communities, and kindness in action. Chick-fil-A partners with local food banks and to help families in need because caring for the community is always on the menu. And I am always looking at that
And
menu.
so Chick-fil-A is actually handing out some free chicken sandwich cards as
Oh
they're
my
wearing
God,
their
I need to be
superhero
over there.
capes. Because as we mentioned, this is a superhero theme. And after Chick-fil-A, we can see our next float, which is Team Chevrolet. Your hometown Chevrolet dealership proudly celebrating 25 years of the service to community. From a quarter of a century, the local Chevy team has been more than just a place to buy a car. They've been your neighbors, your sponsors, and your supporters, from your sports team to local charities and everything in between. The crowd is still rallying up and super excited. The energy is non-stop, and the kids are still jumping around waiting for candy, as are we.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that candy. We still have yet to get some candy to get thrown our way, but that's okay. We still have a bunch more of the parade to go.
You can actually see the next float.
Yeah, and
coming
it's
up.
Strack Van Til Food Market. Strack Van Til is your local full-service grocery and fresh food market. They guarantee the finest quality and excellent customer service and the best value. They are proud to be Indiana-made. It looks pretty cool because it actually looks like they have some hay, some signs
And
all over, some balloons.
And it looks like they
too.
have created what looks like a giant shopping basket. This
Oh, yeah.
giant thing at the back of the float, waving down some flags. And it is just super exciting. And so speaking of exciting, we have a next float, which is another school. However, it is not a high school, middle school, or elementary.
Yeah,
It's
the Valparaiso Lacrosse Club, funded in.
It is Indiana University.
Yeah, it is.
And this Bringing Out Tomorrow float showcases Indiana University's commitment to shaping a brighter community through education and innovation and community. They are super energetic. People are dancing on top, waving pom-poms and flags. We can actually see IU's mascot, which looks to be
it's a red robin, I'm pretty sure.
Red Robin.
They go chirp chirp.
Actually, that would be Ball State. Ball State
Oh.
goes chip chip.
See, I don't know my colleges, but Valparaiso's lacrosse
it looks like the
club-
Red Hawks.
Oh yeah.
And so we can actually see our next float, which would be
Valparaiso's Lacrosse Club, funded in 2021. Valparaiso's Lacrosse is a youth sports club for boys and girls ages 6 through 18. With teams for girls and boys, kindergarten to high school, they've got you covered. Interested? I've definitely been interested in lacrosse before. It seems a pretty fun sport, and it's not very, I don't know, I feel like I never really see it in Indiana.
for sure, and it's one of those sports that isn't talked about too much compared to other sports that we've seen.
Yeah.
And as more floats go by, we can actually see some of the band members that we just saw walking past us, and we might happen to see our very own Maximilian Wojciechowski, who is a current PC3 student, and the energy is still here. And we can actually still see more of the lacrosse team. And some people seem to be tossing a ball into the audience with their lacrosse sticks. And so coming up, we have a very next float, which seems to be
The VNA Hospice NWI. It looks like there's some pretty cool balloons on their backs, providing care with the community for 55 years, including VNA Hospice, Preventive Care, VNA Meals on Wheels, and grief support for children. At the VNA Phoenix Center, VNA Hospice of Northwest Indiana is here to make your day best as possible.
And And it's pretty cool because you can actually see these things on their back that are made out of balloons, and they are gigantic. Also coming out of their truck, giant inflated balloons.
Yeah, they're really fun looking. They're definitely gonna be a kid eye grabber. It's definitely grabbing my eye.
And it's super colorful too. A bunch of kids looking at the balloons. As you said, they're a kid eye grabber. And I remember a couple of times as I saw parades in the past, kids would be asking for balloons. And as we see, kids are requesting the balloons from the trucks as we
they're
speak.
actually giving it to them.
And so the employees at VNA Hospice are handing out these giant balloon clusters to kids. And I know the kids are super excited for that. I don't know how the parents feel about the kids carrying around that all day because it's going to be a long day here at the festival, where you can also see us doing coverage throughout the day, filming footage to show on morning shows, including the Morning Bite, which you can tune into on Live 365 and YouTube channel.
Yeah, and definitely look out later for our interviewers that are going to be around the festival. So if you definitely see them, definitely put on your best face because they're definitely going to be looking.
For sure. And so it is super exciting to see all the crowds here. We can see more of our politicians, including the Porter County Republican Party. Their float is a giant popcorn box with popcorn popping out of it. Looks super cool for sure.
Yeah, they have a big popcorn made, as you can see. That's really cool. Not just the box.
Yeah, not just the box. They have colored balloons that make it look like popcorn popping out of the box, which I've seen done a couple times, and it's always super cool to see the different ways people show popcorn at the festival. And we can actually see more floats popping by. They have a giant kernel as well as their giant popcorn box. And so we can see more floats, kids jumping, flags waving, and it is just super exciting to see.
And coming up is the Horizon Bank. Horizon is a community bank serving Indiana and Michigan. Horizon has always been about people first, and this philosophy that has kept them growing. Their advertisers provide customers with exceptional service and sensible advice. They're committed to the prosperity of the community that they serve. And they also have some pretty cool motorcycles too.
Yeah, a lot of floats these days seem to be utilizing motorcycles because they grab the kids' attention with their loud noises and energy. And it's super exciting just to see all these different types of floats for sure. And here, it looks like we have another float, which seems to be Bennett. I'm assuming a political party. Can't really tell from here, however. It's a huge crowd.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's we see more golf carts and some people are waving flags. It doesn't seem like they are handing out candy at this float. However, that is okay. We still have a bunch of floats to get through today that will be handing out more and more candy as the parade goes on. So hopefully we'll be able to get some candy, some beach balls or something. And so as they pull up, we can actually see a bigger sign for them. It is still the Republican Party
marching up.
Marching up. So Andrew Bennett is his name. However, it is still the Republican Party. So the kids are still popping out, and so they're like popcorn popping out. Yeah, pretty cool. People are handing out candy here, so feel free to toss us some candy if you see us. We
definitely feel free.
So the Porter County Republican Party seems to still be going on. It is a long float.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a long float for sure.
It's similar to the one float we saw earlier where
it was
ongoing. We see from earlier some kids holding up those eye-catching giant balloon.
Yeah, someone up
clusters.
there is actually dressed in a popcorn bucket. It's like actually really cool. Right up there, as I can see.
Yeah, for sure, and it is definitely engaging to the audiences. And as we are speaking, there are more helicopters flying above. So
I can see one right up there.
if you are listening or watching from the parade, or if you are here in Valparaiso, take a look up. Maybe you'll see a helicopter as well, or maybe you'll see some balloon clusters floating up in a way, because it is also super windy out here, as we have mentioned for sure. And some kids throwing around the balloon clusters, as we can see around here.
Yeah, they kind of look like a big octopus. It's
For
kinda
sure.
cool.
And so it seems like the Republican Party is still going on. This is, I think, one of the longer floats that we have seen today.
Yeah, it's a huge float. I thought it was over quite a bit ago. That's why I messed up a little bit. But that's okay, because this float is great and it's amazing. And
There's
yeah.
more giant popcorn buckets here because of the Popcorn Fest, obviously, but this float seems to have one giant rectangular popcorn bucket, and you can still see kids running around, helicopters flying. I think I see some bubbles over there that are coming our way
Oh
for
my
sure.
God, there is a bunch of bubbles over there.
Which is super exciting and super engaging. We see a lot of kids waving, hoping to get maybe a Tootsie Roll or some sort of candy to feed them throughout the day.
Yeah, I
Because
definitely
it is
want
going to be a
Tootsie
long day
Roll.
here at the festival. Luckily, it is a beautiful day here at the festival. Sun is shining, wind is blowing, kids are smiling, families are laughing and enjoying their time.
Oh yeah, and now we see the Horizon Bank. The Horizon Bank is a community bank serving Indiana and Michigan. Horizon has always been about people first, and its philosophy has that kept them growing. Their advisors provide customers with exceptional service and sensible advice. They're committed to prosperity of the communities that they serve.
And it looks like they are handing out candy, and we keep trying to get some candy to eat throughout the parade. So if anyone is here, feel free to bring us candy. And next one is actually the Sports Clips haircuts, and they deliver MVP experiences with precision cuts, relaxing hot steam towels, and legendary services. I actually go to Sports Clips for my haircuts, and I look pretty cool. So
Yeah, you do.
And we can see our next group
Yeah,
playing
marching
more
up
music.
Yeah, marching up is the Washington Township Marching Band. Here comes the Washington Township Marching Band, led by Bank Director Service Justin Thomas. Oh, and there's some candy. Justin Thomas and some color guard director Melissa Thompson. This band is the 19th year marching in the Popcorn Fest parade. In June, the band performed at the Magic Music Days parade at Magic Kingdom in Disney World, which is pretty cool because that's pretty far away.
It is.
We just got thrown some candy, which is pretty cool.
Our first candy of the day.
Yeah.
And so looking at more, we can hear the music, we can see the excitement, the kids are smiling, and so we can see the wrap up. It looks like the windshield wipers are being used as pom-pom wavers, which
Yeah,
I've
the
never seen
windshield
done
wipers
before,
is
which is
pretty
pretty
cool.
creative. We are the parade, the band is currently at a pause, but the music continues. We see more balloon clusters, which look pretty cool, super colorful, and I know for a fact we'll definitely be seeing them throughout the day here at the parade.
Yeah.
There's a lot more crowds coming through, and up next we can actually see our next float, the Salvation Army. We can see the mascot. We can see the Salvation Army bucket, which seems to be filled with balloon popcorn.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest bucket we've seen out of all of them.
Oh, for sure. And the Salvation Army of Porter County has been proudly serving the community for over 65 years, and they offer essential services such as food pantry, utility, and mental assistance in the Pathway of Hope program. And so, as we said, we can see the biggest bucket. This is the biggest bucket we've seen of the parade. And people are super excited. Kids are still waving. The excitement is fully ongoing and fully nonstop as well.
Yeah, it's definitely nonstop. I just heard someone over their intercom say happy birthday, so it sounds like there's someone's birthday, but I don't know who.
And it seems to be pretty cool because all the excitement is popping into place. And there are no small kernels of excitement. I'm going to be keeping going with these popcorn jokes no matter how cheesy they are. But up next we see the Leona. We can see Miss Porter County, who is Kenzie Wisserman, I think. And so up next, we have the Porter County Health Department because they have a popcorn themed truck. Definitely not the biggest biggest popcorn buckets we've seen. However, the floats are going by super fast because we are already at our next one.
Yeah, the Mirror Image Dance Academy. Mirror Image is celebrating 25 years of providing dance education in Valparaiso. Mirror Image has been teaching generations of dancing ages through 2 through 18 in the area of ballet, tap, and jazz, contemporary, and praise dance. They also have a dance preschool with combined academies and dances ages through 3 through 5.
And so the music is ongoing. Kids are super energetic. You can actually see some people, some audience members watching the parade who are dancing as well to the music. The music is just bringing all the energy to the crowd. People are super excited for sure. So many people are dancing. The kids are wearing capes following that theme of superheroes at the Popcorn Parade and Popcorn Festival overall. And it looks like people are able to try free classes at Mirror Image Dance Academy, which is super cool. As a Popcorn Parade incentive.
Yeah.
And so the festival is still ongoing. And it looks like Mirror Image says they are poppin'.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Popcorn
definitely an interesting
themed.
truck to me because I'm actually on my school's dance team. Maybe not Valparaiso, but that's okay. It's definitely really cool to see.
And people are still super energetic. As we keep mentioning, you can see all the kids waving their balloon clusters that they have collected from the floats from earlier. And we are actually already almost halfway through the parade, and it is flying by, which is awesome because the energy is amazing, and the energy is going to lead into the festival throughout the day, where more of our PC3 students will be out collecting interviews and footage, which is going to be super exciting. And we can actually see our next float, which seems to be Barbie doll themed.
Yep.
Which seems to be the Girl Scouts of Valparaiso and Washington Township with a Barbie doll theme there in like Barbie boxes. Our Girl Scouts goal is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Girl Scouts have been fulfilling this mission for more than 100 years.
Oh my God.
Which is crazy. And this is another huge group.
Yeah, bunches of pink. That's all I
Following
see.
with the Barbie theme, I'm assuming, with all the bunches of pink. It is definitely a cute theme. And I think next time they can definitely add some pink popcorn because I know there's such thing as like colored popcorn.
I love pink.
I love pink as well. It's a super float and a lot of awesome people.
Yeah. You can see all the ages coming through, and it's super inspiring because like if I wanted to be a Girl Scout, I could, and then I can see all these young girls getting uplifted and brought up, and it's just amazing to see what they're doing. And
we can actually see our next group following the Girl Scouts, which is
Aldi, and heroes don't always come in capes. Sometimes they wear Aldi shirts and move at the speed of light. Don't worry, you can catch a glimpse when you head over to your local Aldi, where you will get super high quality without super high prices, smashing prices. It's kind of an Aldi thing. But you can see everyone over here dressed up as superheroes. You can see some superheroes on the float.
And I'm pretty sure this is also the Aldi theme, and they are really good at sticking with the superhero theme. And following that, we have the Valparaiso Athletics, and they are a Division I team. And following Valparaiso, we can see a giant group of college students with
Valpo University. Valpo University is a private institution funded in 1859 with a commitment to academic excellence and growth. Valpo offers over 70 majors across 5 colleges, including arts and sciences, business, engineering, nursing, and Christ College. Valpo students are best known as beacons, reflecting to the university's mission to prepare graduates who lead and serve with integrity and purpose.
For sure. And so looking at this, they have a bunch of golden inflatable sticks, and it looks amazing. We are currently at a pause at the parade, a little gap. And so looking around the amazing floats with kids jumping around, waving the balloon clusters, still helicopters flying around. And
Yeah,
I'm
candy
thinking...
bags are full for sure.
For sure. And so I think the helicopters will for sure be flying around throughout the day. So if you're here at the Popcorn Festival here in downtown Valparaiso, make sure to look up, see some helicopters, look around for some PC3 students, and maybe you'll even get interviewed.
Yeah, hopefully you get interviewed, because I know I would want to be, because that's pretty cool to see students interviewing. And yeah, it's just a great place. It's just a great environment here, and all the kids cheering and jumping for the candy and all the things that they can get is just so amazing to see, and brings a smile to my face for sure.
Oh, for sure. And so as in many places, there's always a giant gap. However, coming up, we see a next awesome float, which would happen to be the Porter County Animal Shelter. The mission of Porter County Animal Shelter is to reduce animal homelessness and pet overpopulation. They provide education to the public about responsible pet ownership, prevent a litter, fix your critter. And they are also superhero themed. A lot of people are wearing capes. They have some awesome tie-dye shirts, and we can actually see some cat mascots walking around, which are pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They're also kind of creepy, but
Yeah, it is kind of creepy. But as you can see, all these little cute kids walking up, it's the Valparaiso Pop Warner. The mission of Valparaiso Pop Warner is to enable young kids to benefit from the participation in team sports and activities. It's a structured environment. Through the active participation, Pop Warner's program teaches fundamental values, skills, and knowledge that young people will use throughout their lives, which I think that's pretty cool, because you're starting off kids at this young age with such great morals and values. And
oh, for sure. And so this is also one of those giant groups, but all the kids are in the small football uniforms, and it's just so cool to see that they are studying a journey of sports and football, and something that they'll definitely take, the journey and friendships that they'll definitely carry with them throughout their lifetime.
And as I can see over here, there's actually a football player dressed in spikes, and that looks pretty cool.
And some kids are holding and waving flags with the Pop Warner logo and the American flag. It's just an amazing day here at the festival.
Yeah, all the kids just keep coming.
And more of the team keeps coming, and they keep hopping onto the road, and it is just amazing. Some kids have somehow, a lot of the balloon clusters from earlier have somehow vanished, whether they blew away.
I can actually see one right over
You can
there.
see some right across the street from us. So if you see some balloon clusters throughout the day, just know they were from the parade. And I know that the parents are probably hoping, let's get to the car to put that away.
No, for sure, definitely. I could kind of see some older kids now, just a little bit. They're actually doing some jumping jacks, chanting something. Oh, and
they are
grunted.
bringing the energy.
Yeah, they are definitely bringing the energy.
They are filled with energy, as is this whole parade. And more kids are waving. Some cheerleaders are walking by as we speak. And more kids are just excited, hoping to get some candy. I've only seen candy and bags of popcorn being handed out today, which is surprising, because normally they hand out a lot more with frisbees and bouncy balls and beach balls. So we are still close to halfway, so we still have a while to go. And so we'll probably get some more stuff as we go on. And more Pop Warner students, kids are still coming by, which are crazy because it's ongoing. We've seen a lot of these giant group floats, and it's just awesome. It's awesome because they are fully a team, and the friendships are going to continue building, because it's just awesome to be part of some sort of team, and the energy of this team is awesome.
Yeah, they have definitely been bringing the energy, chanting things, jumping jacks, grunting, all of the above, really. It's really just a very upbeat, energetic environment, and
For sure, and so more kids are waving their balloon clusters around. It is just an amazing day here at the Popcorn Festival here in Valparaiso, Indiana, where we are actually streaming live. For those who are just joining in, we are streaming the Popcorn Parade at the Popcorn Festival live in front of Ben Franklin Middle School. We are currently about halfway through the parade, so we still got a whole lot of things to go through, and we see a bunch of Girl Scouts walking by. People are wearing fun popcorn-themed hats, and the energy is just ongoing. There's not going to be any popcorn that is left unsalty with this energy.
Yeah, there's definitely been a bunch of different amazing floats, like food, schools, bands, choirs, cheerleaders, Vikettes, dancers. All of it has been just so amazing to see. And yeah, it's just an amazing environment.
It's just amazing to see because all the kids are super energetic, even though there's a current parade pause with a giant gap, which happens no matter what parade you'll see or you'll go to. But some people are thinking that the parade is over, unfortunately. However, it is not over. This is not over yet. We still have halfway to go. We have a lot of exciting floats that are going to be coming by. So be sure to stay tuned and follow along with us even throughout the day. I'll look around for PC3 students covering footage, taking interviews, and you can see those interviews also on a Morning Bite show and other radio shows throughout the upcoming weeks here at PC3 Media. And the energy is still filled with the crowds. We have students out taking crowd footage, and it is just an awesome day here at the Popcorn Fest.
Yeah, and here are the balloons again. Spike it up over there. They're definitely a big eye catcher, so that's why we've been talking about them a lot. Some more cheerleaders, dancers are walking
for sure.
by.
And as we keep mentioning, the helicopters are flying by. So it's just an amazing sight here at the Popcorn Festival. And we love the energy and seeing all these people gather here for the Popcorn Fest and Popcorn Parade. It's just amazing because this is one of the things that Valparaiso looks forward to each year. And we can see a lot of the energy filling throughout the day.
Yeah, definitely, because the energy has been so good. Kids running around, friend groups coming, families coming, everything, and you can just see all of the different dynamics here with everyone here. It's so amazing to see all the floats, and definitely, yeah, it's definitely
yeah, for
amazing.
sure. And so some people seem to just be getting here, which is okay because they still have a whole half of a parade coming up, including some the Opera House, the Penguin Project, and the Beer Peddler, and more colleges.
Yeah, kids center growth and everything is it's really just begun, but there's so much more to come our way.
Oh, for sure, and it's just going to be a super entertaining day here at the Popcorn Fest. Along with the parade, we have a lot of entertaining booths I've seen. There's a lot of like wood making booths, and just super exciting to walk around and see all the different booths that are here to keep us entertained.
Yeah, I can tell you what, I'm definitely excited for those food booths because I'm quite hungry, but that's okay.
Oh, for sure, because there are definitely some very good food booths, and it looks like we have some
little dancers coming up, which is pretty cool. I used to be a little cheerleader and dancer when I was younger. I still am, and
I mean, you're only, what, 5'2", so you're kind of short. You're little. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I kind of blend in with the little kids.
But along with all this, we see more of those giant balloon clusters.
Yeah.
And it looks like some Valparaiso cheerleaders continuing to walk in the parade. And it's just super entertaining to see all these people. And they're doing a little cheer to get the crowd rallied for this next half of the parade. Because even though we've only gone through half, we still have a whole half of the parade with some entertaining booths, with some painting booths, and just a lot of entertaining stuff here at the parade. And it looks like some of the cheerleaders are actually doing some stunts here, which are pretty cool.
So cool.
And
you can
it's
see
just
this
super
top girl
entertaining.
lifted up here.
Crowds are cheering, people are waving. More Valparaiso, it says Valpo Gymnastics. And it's just super exciting to see them.
No, it definitely is super exciting to see
We can
them.
see some people walking their pets. We see some dogs, people waving for candy. More balloon clusters. These
No,
are
yeah.
nonstop. So I'm definitely looking out for some balloon clusters throughout the day. And up next, we have a next float, which happens to be the Beer Peddler, which is Valparaiso's first and only 15 passenger powered pedal powered pub. And I've definitely seen this pedaling around Valparaiso
Yeah.
on nice days. And I don't know about you, if there's like a restaurant version of this, my legs would definitely get tired.
No, yeah, I've definitely seen all like these type of things becoming more popular, which I think is pretty cool. It saves a bunch of gas, and it gets people active and exercising.
For sure. And so up next, we actually see another float where people are wearing corn-themed hats.
Oh my god.
And
that's funny.
I don't know about you, but I would love one of those hats. Those are pretty cool looking.
No, yeah, I would too. They're holding a sign that says grand
It
prize.
says grand prize,
I wonder
which
what
would
that
be
is.
the, I think they are talking about the, they want a grand prize for like best float, which looks pretty cool. It looks like Godzilla, and this is Ivy Tech, and they made a float of Godzilla taking down buildings with popcorn. It looks like popcorn of a statue of Godzilla taking down buildings, which looks awesome.
And Ivy Tech is a community college that offers programs that equip students for high-demand careers or transfer opportunities with four-year institutions. Their highly regarded nursing program and nationally recognized cybersecurity program empowered students with the skills needed to build a better society. They welcome all students to join them in making Indiana and Valparaiso a vibrant, thriving school.
And so looking closer, it actually looks like a giant cat taking down a dragon of some sort, which looks pretty cool.
That is
And
pretty
up
cool.
next is one of my favorite programs. It is the Penguin Project of Valparaiso. As I mentioned earlier, they are an organization. I was actually part of the very first production that they put on in Valparaiso, in this area.
Wow, that's actually really
And
cool.
so what
Tim.
they do is they have kids with different abilities, and they help them put on different productions. The very first production they did was Annie Jr., and our very own Matt Isley from PC3 is actually a part of the Penguin Project. And he, speaking of Matt, he was actually I was his mentor for Annie Jr. I didn't meet Matt beforehand, but we can actually see Matt waving from the float. I was his mentor during Annie Jr. and seeing him take all this growth from doing his very first production was just so special. And it's just a special production. We can also see our very next.
Our very next float, it has a whole castle on the back of their float and a bunch of princesses. It's the Flangen Bolt.
This is the Morgan Township Cherokee Marching Band.
The castle one is the Flangen Bulk Mill. Coming down the parade route of a full fairy tale splendor is none other than the Flangen Bulk Mill service.
And so after that would be the Morgan Township Cherokee Marching Band, where they are now stepping into the Popcorn Festival Parade. They are under the direction of Darren Day. They are celebrating the 102nd year. The Cherokees are heating things up with a sizzling Latin theme featuring Oi Como Va, Evil Ways, and Lowrider. They will also be firing up the crowd with the Morgan Township fight song. So they are giving out all the energy, and this flow actually looks super cool coming up.
It's the Northern Darkness Garrison. The Northern Darkness Garrison is proud to be a part of the worldwide charitable organization of the Bad Guys Doing Good that promotes interest in Star Wars and Star Wars consuming while giving back to the community they live in through volunteering, fundraising, and other charitable activities. It actually looks super cool because they're actually
You can see a bunch of
dressed up.
stormtroopers. I see R2-D2 here.
Wow.
Some people wearing some Star Wars themed shirts. Another stormtrooper. And up next we have another education flow of Growing Kids Learning Center, and they are committed to protecting, educating, and inspiring young children by providing high-quality education. They are family-owned and operated for the past 30 years, and they help children 6 weeks through elementary school age grow intellectually, emotionally, and socially with the safety and convenience of the family services. And so you can see some of them actually wearing some superhero
Look, there's
themes.
Batman, there's Wolverine, there's
And Superman.
It's so cool.
It's awesome, and the costumes are top notch as well.
And as I
super
can see
entertaining.
coming up is the South Shore Roller Derby. The Roller Derby fans get ready to roll with the South Shore Roller Derby. These skaters are proud to be named the 2024 best sports team in the region. They are not slowing down one bit.
And I don't know about you, but I cannot roller derby for sure.
Oh, I don't think I could roller derby, but I definitely love to roller skate.
Oh, for sure. I love ice skating. I haven't tried roller derby, but I've tried roller skating. I'm not as good as ice skating. However, after the South Shore roller derby, we can actually see our next float, which happens to be Lloyd K. Bath, and they Indiana's Northwest top-rated remodeler for baths, windows, and doors. They are family-owned and operated out of Valparaiso. Rub-a-dub-dub, they don't use subs.
That's a good catch.
This reminds me of the Girl Scout float where they are all wearing pink. You can see some popcorn boxes up top, and it's just super cool. Energy is still ongoing here at the Popcorn Parade, where we are streaming live from Ben Franklin Middle School.
Yeah, super bright colors. And as I can see rolling in up here is the Scouting America's Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts. The mission of Scouting America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetime by instilling in them the values and the Scout Oath and law. Cub Scouts pack are for kindergarten through 5th grade. Troop level is 6th grade through 12th grade. Scouting invites you, youth safe, fun place to learn, explore, and grow.
For sure. And so they are waving flags, they are tossing out candy, some are wearing capes. They are showing off that they do the popcorn fundraiser, which is a well-known fundraiser when you go to like stores and you can see them selling popcorn.
Yeah.
Which is good to be here at the Popcorn Fest selling popcorn. And we can see our next group, which is the Porter Lodge number 137. As members of Freemasonry, the world's oldest and largest fraternal organization, Porter Lodge 137 upholds the values of brotherhood, integrity, charity, and community service. And you can see them in a white truck here, holding up signs and a bunch of other things. And so we can actually see our next few floats coming up as well.
It's the Nasty Woman of Porter County. The NWPC have found each other and together are unstoppable. This place is to mobilize Nasty Woman Vote. Women's rights are human rights. The NWPC works with force and singular focus to change the direction of the county through activity.
And so along with the floats, we see more kids eating the candy and holding up the balloon clusters, waving them around, waving to everyone, trying to get some more candy, which we have some here. Maybe we'll get some more because we are a little over halfway through the parade. However, we still have a lot more of the floats to get through.
Yeah, a bunch of people coming with the theme, dressing like superheroes. It's so fun to see everyone dress up and really be a part of this theme.
And a lot of people are definitely holding up some flags and everything. No, take the signs. But the kids energetic, some superhero statues, some cardboard cutouts, some cheering, some waving, more candy, and here we have perpetual motion coming up, which is where you can vault, fly, and soar through perpetual motion's door. Kickstart your love of gymnastics, tumbling, ninja, and sports performance training, and you can explore your future in their academic preschool and have a blast at the birthday bashes camps and awesome special events. There are just a bunch of exciting, such a bunch of exciting things going on here at the popcorn parade. There are people holding up signs talking about perpetual motion and the excitement that they bring with their athletics, their ninja classes, which are pretty cool. I've seen some examples of those in videos and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I've definitely tumbling is so cool to watch because like these people just flipping through the air is so cool to watch. It's so entertaining.
For sure. And so as more floats go by, we can see some past floats walking past us in their costumes and everything. It is just a super entertaining and energetic day here. We can hear the helicopters. We can see the wind blowing. It's just a beautiful day here in Valparaiso at the Popcorn Festival.
Yeah, as we see walking past us, there's a popcorn princess fairy right there, and there's a bunch of princesses, and it looks so cool. There's actually a green princess right over there walking by. Super pretty to see.
And so we see some more floats with the popcorn themed, and it's just a beautiful day here at the float. And yeah, and so talking about floats, it looks like next one should be coming up soon. And so the Self PTO helps support the education of students at Self School by fostering relationships among the school, students, parents, and staff, which is coming up later.
Yeah, this one is the NWI Now. Since 1966, the National Organization for Women has been a leader in advancing gender equality in the United States. Their float today is giving us lady justice, breaking the chains.
So yeah, it's a beautiful float, and we can still see people walking around. We can see trees blowing. We can see kids with medals with popcorn on them. It's just a beautiful day here at the festival.
Yeah, still kids jumping up and down for candy.
Waiting for candy because, yeah, I mean, who doesn't love candy?
Yeah,
Candy's
I know,
amazing. And now we can actually see a next flow, which is Self, where they help support the education of students at Self School by fostering relationships among the school, students, parents, and staff.
Yeah.
And they are also doing an amazing job at following the theme. We see some kids dressed up as superheroes. I think I see a kid dressed up as Spider-Man here. Some Ninja Turtles, and it's just super energetic and super cool to see all these kids taking part in this theme of superheroes. Mm-hmm. And they're actually playing some music as well to get the crowd rallied up more.
To get super groovy.
Oh, for sure. And so we can see a kid, I think, dressed up as Batman, and more capes, and it's just an amazing day here in Valparaiso at the Popcorn Festival.
And as I can see pulling up here is the Prestige Arts. Whether you're a beginner dancer looking for a challenge or just want to have fun, Prestige Arts has classes for all ages and skill levels. I've definitely heard a lot about Prestige Arts, and I've heard it's a really good dance academy to be in.
Oh.
I've definitely thought about going there before.
For sure, and it seems like they are following along with the popcorn theme with a little banner of white and yellow balloons following the popcorn colors, and it's just super energetic. We see more kids with the balloon clusters that are super eye-catching and colorful. The helicopter is still doing laps, which is crazy. They've been doing laps since very early this morning.
Yeah.
And we can actually see our next float, Democratic Representatives Gurman and Harper. They work to keep the community safe and maintaining healthy relationships with the police department. And this is a huge crowd as well. They are waving flags. They are, I think, handing out candy. However, it looks like they may be out of candy by now.
Yeah, since we are at the end of the parade,
we are streaming live from Ben Franklin Middle School, yeah. And you can actually see a lot of kids wearing these t-shirts supporting the groups. and a lot of them are holding bags of popcorn that they've been eating throughout the day.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing to see.
And it-
We can actually see our next float coming up.
Yeah, and that is Light the Way. Light the Way is a worship ministry made up of churches of denominations and NW Indiana. They also partner with local nonprofit organizations to provide resources needed through the region. What the Light the Way is, the way today is the National Christian Miss Preteen Nora Foster. Nora begins Ben Franklin Middle School and Good Shepherd Presbyterian Church.
Oh, for sure. And so following along with this group, we can actually see our very next group leading the way, which is Right to Life Northwest Indiana. And they are focused on informing and educating LaPorte and Porter County on important issues. Right to Life of Northwest Indiana provides information, educational speakers and services, as well as outreach assistance for those who want to know more about their companies. And it's just super entertaining because you can see a lot of...
Yeah, as you can actually see Miss Preteen, Nora Foster waving up there.
Yeah, she is the National Christian Miss Preteen. Sitting on the car waving. She's wearing a dress, huge silver crown, super shiny, and it's just amazing to see that there's a range of all sorts of people, and so it's just an amazing day here at the festival with all the signs, the flags, some popcorn signs, and
as I can see rolling up here is the JL Mechanical Heating and Air. JL Mechanical Heating and Air is a veterinarian-owned and operated company located at, and it's such a good mechanical place.
And so coming up, we can actually see our very next school group, which happens to be Wheeler High School. And these next few floats are going to be with Wheeler, so we're really getting through all the different schools around the county. And so Wheeler High School cheerleaders are spreading their Bearcat pride today as they march and cheer along with their school mascot, Benny the Bearcat. And you can actually see him. You can actually see Benny somewhere in this crowd. So if you're watching the parade, make sure to be on the lookout for him.
And right behind them is the Wheeler High School Fine Arts.
Yeah, and they...
The Wheeler High School Performing Arts is excited to have their band, choir, and theater members representing the school today. Welcome, Wheeler High School.
For sure, and you can actually see them promoting their next season, which happens to be A Christmas Carol, Night at Dawn, and The Wizard of Oz. And I love The Wizard of Oz, so that's definitely going to be a pretty cool show to see.
Yeah.
Because Wheeler does pretty cool productions, and they have a QR code where you can scan for their show tickets. And so after Wheeler, you can actually see their next group coming up. Which happens to be Luna Local 181, and they were chartered in 1918 by International Hod Carriers, Building and Common Laborers of Union of America, and it is presently known as Laborers International Union of Northern American. They have over 1,300 members performing work on highways, utilities, commercial buildings, residential construction, tunnels, airports, steel mills, and much more. And they are playing a lot of music.
Yeah, you can see their bright orange, eye-catching shirts that they're wearing today, and some of them are wearing hard hats to represent their company.
For sure. And as more floats go by, you can actually still hear the Wheeler Bearcat Wizard of Oz themes. And so here we have more of the Leona Local 81 with the giant trucks. And it seems like they have a giant award float, as we've seen throughout the parade earlier.
Yeah,
And-
it's definitely a huge inflatable to have. It's really cool to see these big inflatables and see how creative people can get with the theme and how they interpret it and how they want to set up their float. It's really cool to see all these different decorations.
Oh, for sure. And so for those who are just joining, we are currently more than halfway through the
Yeah.
popcorn parade live streaming here from Valparaiso, Indiana, in front of Ben Franklin Middle School at the Popcorn Fest, which is an amazing festival. Beautiful day for it. We see more of this company with these giant popcorn buckets. However, not as big as the Salvation Army buckets.
Oh,
Those
definitely
popcorn
not.
buckets are huge. And we can actually take a look at next.
Our next float is the Affordable Remodelers.
Yeah.
The Affordable Remodelers is a company where you can get things to remodel your home to make it your own for less. It's definitely a really good company.
And a pretty cool vibe too. And so you can see the next one, which happens to be Pete's Barber Shop, where they are not just about great haircuts, they're passionate about their craft. As a Valparaiso institution, they're built on years of experience, love for the community, and the highest standard of quality. The team of only 4 expert barbers brings the perfect blend of traditional skills and modern styles to every cut. They excel at it. Their quality is unmatched.
Yeah, and walking up right here doing some flips and tricks is Indiana Elite Gymnastics. This is Indiana Elite Gymnastics located in Valparaiso. This facility offers both recreational and competitive gymnastics. That's pretty cool because I've always wanted to be in gymnastics, but
For
I've
sure,
never
and you can
I've never
actually
joined it.
actually see some of the kids doing cartwheels and flips as they walk down the road,
Yeah.
getting more of the crowd rallied up. Not only for the parade, but for the upcoming amazing day at the festival that we still have going. The festival is an all-day event, so make sure to come out to downtown Valpo, come look at all the fun booths at the festival, and look for some Porter County PC3 Media students going around taking video footage and interviews here at the festival, because it's going to be an amazing day here at the festival for sure. It's still a little cool out here. The wind is breezy. It's a little chilly, and it's just an amazing day. The kids are super energetic, and I think we can actually see a very next group of people coming up, which happens to be, I want to say, Famous Athletics. We'll know more once it gets closer, and yes, they are
Yes, it
Famous
is.
Athletics, and so they are popping onto the scene as a superhero all-star cheerleading, with elite training as they athletes who don't just fly like Cape Crusaders. They land with precision, grace, and they master the sport with discipline and heart. And so this seems to be another one of the gymnastic groups. You can see more kids doing flips, and they're playing amazing music.
Oh,
Kids
yeah,
are
and you
dancing.
can see back there, they're actually doing some really cool stunts back there.
Oh, for
It
sure.
was a
And so it
one-legged
looks like they're
limb.
tossing out bags of microwave popcorn,
Wow.
which is awesome just to see fully.
And as you can see, they're doing a choreographed dance right there.
For sure. And so as they wrap up, we can actually see our next group.
Our next group is DLZ. For over 105 years, DLZ has proudly served the Valparaiso, Porter County, and Northwest Indiana area. They work to see their clients' projects come to life through trusted and professional agriculture, engineering, and surveying services.
And you can actually see a giant sailboat at the back of their float where they are.
They have bubbles
They have
coming
bubbles.
out of it.
They have kids waving, tossing candy, and the energy is still unmatched.
No, definitely not unmatched at all. It's been so. They had amazing music playing back there too.
For sure they did. And so they have blown the boat horn. And as they pass by, we can actually see our next group, which happens to be the Vale Park Animal Hospital, I want to say.
Yes, it is.
And it's an amazing organization. They have been serving Valparaiso for over 35 years. They pride themselves with exceptional customer service, community involvement, and dedicating high-quality care for pets. And so they have another one of these awesome giant popcorn floats, which looks like it is a city made out of popcorn with superheroes flying around it and some
Wow.
dogs, and they are all made out of popcorn and cardboard, which it's awesome just to see the creativity that a bunch of people have to make their floats. Because for me, I've seen a bunch of creative floats just throughout the parade, and we are more than halfway through the parade, and we still have a good amount of floats to get through and get to see their creativity.
Yeah, and flipping to us next is TCA, the longest standing all-star cheer program in the Northwest Indiana. Proudly celebrating 13 amazing seasons, TCA is where athletes ages 3 through 18 train in everything from intro to cheer, tumbling, strength and flex classes, and competitive all-star teams, including their inspiring special needs teams. With programs for every level and commitment, TCA is the place to grow, shine, and find your cheer family, which is pretty cool because they're actually doing some really cool stunts over here.
Some pretty
It's
cool
actually
stunts
called
and
a
flips.
pull down.
Yes, it is. And so up next, we can actually see very next group, which happens to be Discovery Charter School, and they are a tuition-free public charter school that takes education beyond classrooms. Their approach to learning is rooted in place-based education, which brings students, their families, and community together to create a learning ecosystem that inspires and supports students to reach their fullest potential. And it looks like they have a Dr. Seuss Cat in a Hat theme.
Yeah, they actually have a big Dr. Seuss cat in a hat on their float, which is pretty cool.
Which is pretty good, and it's made out of popcorn too. You can see some people wearing some Thing 1 and Thing 2 wigs, and just following along with this theme of popcorn. It's just a bunch of popcorn here at the Popcorn Parade and Popcorn Festival here in Valparaiso. And you can actually see the bird mascot at the back of their
oh wow, I do see
their
that.
golf cart. Henry the Hawk is what they call it. And
Yeah.
we can actually see the next float coming up.
And that is the Lions Vision Care. Lions Vision Care refers to various vision-related services provided by Lions Club International. It's located branches such as the Valparaiso Lions Club. The Valparaiso Lions Club specifically offers the Lions Vision Services program, which helps provide refractive error correction and other eye service care to individual in needs.
Yeah, and with all that, we can still see a bunch of kids here jumping around, waving, hoping for candy, and the energy is still ongoing. It is not stopping anytime soon.
No, definitely not stopping anytime soon.
And you can still see a bunch of the balloon clusters that are flying around, and we are in the home stretch of the parade, so make sure to keep watching because we have some amazing floats coming up, including this next one, which is the Curry Motors Buick GMC. So get ready to catch the excitement as Curry Motors Buick GMC rolls by professional grade style. They're proud to represent power, performance, and the precision you expect from the GMC and Buick lineup. From family SUVs to rugged trucks, Curry Motors brings vehicles built for every lifestyle. And so they are holding up a sign that says honorable mention, so their float received a couple awards. And it's just an amazing, that actually happens. The honorable mention one happens to be Locks of Fun.
And Locks for Fun is Locks for Fun. It's the 20th year celebration, the action-packed children's haircut salon, where every kid is a superhero and every visit is an epic adventure and fun-themed chairs and games and activities.
I remember going to Locks of Fun as a kid, and they would also play movies while getting haircuts. It was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
And so up next we see Listing Leaders Lifestyles, and they are a proud local real estate brokerage company with roots deep in the earth of communities they pride themselves in a world-class service and professionalism they provide for every single client, and it is just super amazing.
And coming in really hot is the Patriots Cleanout Services, is a veteran-owned and operated company based in Valparaiso. They are junk removal and demolition experts and also offer window and gutter cleaning services. You can also see up there, there's a giant eagle, which has a giant American flag cape, which is really cool. It's a really fun float. There's a bunch of different color balloons and everything.
And so after that, you can after the dancing eagle, you can see the harbor, and they a nonprofit ministry focused on supporting pregnant and early postpartum women with the care and resources needed to navigate childbirth and motherhood. And so they are handing out some candy, waving to kids. Some are wearing popcorn hats, and everyone's just super excited to be here. And it is still ongoing. You can see a little mini car here.
Yeah, it looks so small compared to the car that's behind them.
There's a giant bus with our next float coming up.
It is the Ignite Medical Resorts. Ignite Medical Resorts is a short-term rehab and assisted living facility that features state-of-the-art therapy equipment and top-tier nursing luxury accommodations. The residents experience fine dining and daily activities.
For sure. And so along with Ignite Medical Resources, you can actually start hearing our next and I think final school of the parade.
I'm pretty sure.
Which happens to be Couts High School Guard, Dance, Cheer, and Band. The Couts High School Marching Band is proud to continue the season of the long tradition of Couts music here in Valparaiso. The band is joined by the cheer and dance teams and an amazing color guard. The band is led by Caitlin Collar and the color guard coach Mara James. The dance team is led by Solon Boomer, and cheer team is led by Nicole Bush and Amelia Cannon. They hope that you enjoyed their performance, and you can see them all waving their pom-poms and still getting their energy to giving to the crowd and making the crowd super excited. Even though we're towards the end of the parade, there's still a bunch of energy coming through here in Valparaiso, Indiana at the Popcorn Parade.
No, there's definitely a bunch of energy coming through. The bunch of the smiles on these girls, these dancers' faces are just like so uplifting, because seeing a smile on a face is always the best way I want to see someone.
And you can continue to see the band wearing the hats and the uniforms, playing their instruments, as we've seen throughout the parade. It's just super cool to see all sorts of musicians and schools showing off their talents, because even though we're at a show stop, they're continuing to entertain the crowd with the dancers and cheer team. And across the street, you can actually see a kid playing the violin next to the cheer team.
That is really cool.
And it's just cool to see all the different types of people here at the Popcorn Festival, where we are streaming live in front of Ben Franklin.
Yeah. I can see all those smiling faces from the cheerleaders back there, even though they're not in front of us. Yeah, I can see their bright energy radiating
as
towards
well
us.
as their bright pom-poms getting waved
No,
in the
definitely.
air. And all of the people, and we are starting to move, which means we are able to see the next group,
which is the Vegas Landscaping. Local family-owned and operated Vegas Landscaping is celebrating their 20th year business. They specialize in construction-based landscaping, providing a design-build full landscaping experience from plants, irrigation, and creating outdoor living spaces with full kitchen patios, pergolas, and more.
And the designers on hand will walk you through the process from start to finish, and you can actually see another giant popcorn float, which is obviously the theme here today, but they are also following the theme of superheroes
And they have a
with
bunch of
costumes, and some kids are carrying the balloon eye-catching clusters that we've seen continuously throughout the parade. As of right now, it seems like the helicopters have stopped flying around us. However, I'm sure we will see them again multiple times throughout the day. And they are in some sort of truck. However, we are able to see the next float,
which is the Midwest Express Clinic. At the Midwest Express Clinic, they believe the most important things in life should be done with heart, and to them, nothing is more important. Their patients are their priority and take pride in embracing changes, and taking new approaches to healthcare. As I can hear some kids screaming, which are getting super excited. But I actually go to Midwest Express Clinic for for all of my sports physicals, and I can attest to this and say that they're pretty good and amazing.
And you can see them holding up signs. You can see kids waving. And coming up, we can actually see a very odd-shaped curve with a some sort of window bubble on top. Looks pretty cool. And actually, we are in the last 10 floats of the popcorn parade for 2025.
Wow.
And so coming up, you can actually start seeing our next floats, which is the Compass International Family, and they are a nonprofit organization serving immigrant refugees and international students, visiting scholars who come to live and work in Valparaiso and the surrounding area. And you can see all their giant trucks, small cars, and everything. It's just an amazing day here.
Yeah, it actually looks like they have like alien headbands on, which is pretty cool.
And it looks like we're jumping to Associated. It looks like up next is Associated Peds, and yeah, the Associated Peds.
They claim to provide out of this world pediatric care. That's what Associated Pediatricians is all about. For over 50 years, they've proudly cared for families right here in the community with offices in both Valparaiso and Portage.
And it seems like that long truck in front of the Associated Peds was the Western Michigan University Sunseeker Solar Car Project, which was that small car we saw.
Oh, wow.
And up next, we can actually see our next group, which is the Calumet College of St. Joseph. They are a dance team. They are a Catholic-based college located near downtown Whiting. Their goal is to cultivate the academic, spiritual, and ethical development of all their students by affirming the inherent dignity of the people and other stuff like that. So it's an amazing thing. They have some cheerleaders waving some pom-poms.
Yeah, my brother actually goes to this college, and he thinks it's pretty nice there.
Oh, for sure. And so we can actually see our next group, which happens to be, looks like the Clark Mason area. And so looking at it, it actually looks like it is the TNT Tree Service.
Yes, it is, and here comes the TNT Tree Service, your trusted Valparaiso tree removal experts for the past 5 years. They've been providing exceptional service in Lake and Porter County, specializing in hazardous and dangerous tree removers. Whether it's a tough job or routing care, they've got you covered. So it definitely seems pretty cool. It looks like they have a giant, like, working machine. I don't really know what it's called, though.
It looks like it's a crane to cut down trees.
Oh, okay.
A lift,
cool.
some sort of lift.
Oh.
And so coming up, we can actually see our next group, which happens to be Smooth Finish Painting LLC, and they are a locally owned and operated company here in Valparaiso. They're here to serve the community and transform one home at a time. And they are fully following this superhero theme.
Oh yeah, all of them have capes and superhero
with matching
shirts.
shirts, red capes, and just a giant float coming up. And it's just amazing to see. Once again, all these creative floats coming by.
Yeah, I definitely love to see all of the designs that people come up with and how people interpret this theme and how people put it to life. It's really cool to see all these superhero words like boom, pow, smack. All of these are super cool.
And so looking up, it looks like we still have these people in blue shirts coming up. This float seems to be the Sierra Pacific, and they have another awesome. Oh, this is Von Tobel.
This is Von Tobel. Von Tobel is celebrating 60 years of serving Valparaiso and Porter County. As an employee-owned company, Von Tobel is proud to help build the homes and businesses that create an amazing community. They thank you for trusting Von Tobel for amazing 6 decades. Happy Popcorn Fest and happy 60th anniversary to Von Tobel.
For sure. And so looking up, we can actually see a next group coming up, which happens to be Delva Ills Landscaping. And you can actually hear them blowing the horns with Von Tobel. And they are a landscaping family-owned business established in 2019, and they are proud to serve Northwest Indiana, offering landscape, hardscape, and snow removal services. They are a dedicated landscaping company ready to transform your outdoor space into a beautiful reality, so you can book your free quote today. You can see them with their giant popcorn flow with a concrete mixer truck.
Yeah, and going into these colder months, the snow removal aspect of the company would be a great option to help you with the snow and everything that happens.
For
during
sure,
the
and as
cold
we're
months.
wrapping up our popcorn parade coverage, we can start seeing some of the crowds start to clear. But don't worry, we will be out at the Popcorn Fest all day covering footage that you can catch throughout the throughout the upcoming weeks on live shows and a morning bite. And you can see some more concrete mixer trucks.
Yeah, it's
coming up.
actually Smith Ready Mix. Smith Ready Mix has proudly served and the contractors of Northern Indiana, Southwest Michigan, and the Chicagoland since 1921. As a leader in the concrete industry, Smith Ready Mix takes pride in delivering a superior product and providing unparalleled customer service.
And they have a pretty good range of location of where they're going to walk. And so wrapping up our parade coverage, we can actually see the street cleaners, which can only mean one thing. The parade is coming to an end. And so we hope you've enjoyed our coverage today here at the parade, because even though the parade is coming to an end, we can still enjoy the rest of the day, because we still have a whole festival coming up ahead of us.
Yeah.
With a bunch of fun booths, food places, food booths as well, and just a fun day to enjoy the community.
And make sure to look out for our interviews that are going to be going around the festival and interviewing people.
And so as the parade starts to wrap up with the street cleaner cars, we can actually see more crowds start to clear out as we end parade coverage. There are still, though, people watching, because I know there's some kids who enjoy watching the street cleaner trucks. And so as the street cleaner trucks come by, we can see more people starting to walk into the roadways, riding bikes, more cars are coming.
And as people start to clear out, it's amazing to see all of the different people come out to support their community. And yeah.
And so we would like to thank Parlor for sponsoring, and thank you to Ben Franklin for allowing us to stream from here. It has been an amazing stream and a beautiful day. We hope you have enjoyed our stream. We hope you enjoyed the rest of the festival day, because it is a beautiful day for the festival. And
thank you, Surf Internet.
For sure, for giving us amazing internet coverage as well. And it's just an amazing day to be here at the festival. And streaming from Ben Franklin for PC3 Media. I'm Timothy Klimek.
And I'm Alyssa Batesole.
And we have hoped you enjoyed this coverage, and be on the lookout over the coming weeks for our interviews and Popcorn Festival coverage, because it's going to be a fun day here at the festival. And so we will see you guys next time. Have a great day.
Yes, thank you.